But I want to ask you about, stocks edging higher, stocks going higher in the US. It seems US futures are higher, European futures are higher. Doesn't seem to be much of a catalyst for this just sort of climbing. And I'm not entirely clear why.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we talked at the start of the week. What is the big catalyst of the week? And it was either the U.S. election, which has been a bit of a catalyst, but not a major market mover. In fact, I noticed my team overnight were debating about how much of the impetus for the bit of dollar strength was around the election. Clearly, there was a little bit there, but it wasn't dramatic moves. So that was one of our big catalysts, the one that Critty picked as the big catalyst of the week. It hasn't really moved markets. PC people aren't really particularly excited by. So there's not those major catalysts out there, which means we're going back to the backdrop default. And as much as people are hyped up about the many risks out there, until those risks materialise, the current environment is extremely bullish for stocks. We have OK growth, I'm not saying it's wonderful. We have dovish reaction function from central banks. We have abundant liquidity in the markets, and we have good earnings overall. And that means until those risks materialise, you've got to be bullish underlyingly. Right,
that's really interesting, isn't it? Because it doesn't take... So you're painting a picture of it not needing us to resolve any of those underlying concerns to move stocks higher. You don't need resolution of any of those worries to move stocks higher. That's just how they go, even without any resolution.
I think that's absolutely right. And some people say, but what about they're so expensive? No, a small cohort is really expensive. Most stocks are not that expensive. Globally, most stocks are definitely not expensive. Even in the US, there's the majority of stocks are not expensive. And so therefore, and when you take assets like credit are very expensive, and I think people aren't convinced about adding to duration with so much uncertainty around the election, which means Tina is back. There is no alternative. You've got to just keep on buying stocks until some risk materialises.
Yeah. Are you thinking there could be volatility today ahead of the French first round of voting? There seem to be a lot of things to be nervous about in the very short term, and it's the end of the first half.
Well, in a few minutes' time, CPI is obviously interesting, and then that's going to cause a bit of confusion about will that suddenly provide a little bit of relief just before we want to sell bonds. Really, that just might provide better entry levels. I am a little bit more excited about the French election, actually, having talked to some people this week. But again, there's just no certainty how to trade it. I think people think this could be more of a negative event than my complacency. Not immediately on Sunday. That's not necessarily the trigger, but it overall is a risk-averse event.